I'm the receiving manager here, so anything your freight coming in, your purchase orders coming in, anything like that comes through the dock here in receiving. Going over our dashboard here, some of the factors that we're tracking, metrics we keep an eye on with our team to make sure we're keeping everything efficient and running. Same as what you've seen the format from the other departments, I'm sure by now, but for our metrics, we look for piece per hour put away. Breaks down to how our team is remaining efficient, exactly what it sounds like, how many pieces they're putting away per hour. Our goal here being at 26. If our goal, ideally staffed, is 5 people, 26 pieces per hour, running about 130 pieces an hour. In an 8-hour day, we do about 1,040 pieces. That's our goal. Realistically, we should be able to always do that. So that's our goal. 25 is our actual currently. It's still 1,000 pieces a day, 8-hour shift, 5 guys. So hopefully they run at that level. It keeps us being able to get through the day. For our month-to-day number of missed tags, so obviously we've all know missed tags, an item with the wrong serial number on it, not matching the vendor's SKU. We're tracking those here in the department between myself and James, dock supervisor. We're the ones mainly, apart from other guys, but we're the mostly putting the serials on, making sure everything's matching, manufacturer's purchase order, SKU, fabric, model, all the way across. We're tracking to make sure month-to-day we're keeping it minimal. So far, we haven't had anything come back that was a receiving error. There have been a few where the vendor loaded the wrong one inside the package, but we're doing our best to minimize that. Looking at our clean dock days. So this here, clean dock days, when the dock is being put away, we receive first location for any item we receive on dock is dock. Dock 1, dock 2, 3, 4, 5, Monday, Tuesday, and so on. Our goal at the end of the day, once the team has cleared the dock and everything has been put away, all serials should be showing in a rack bin. If we go and run a dock export and there's an item still showing dock 3 for today, Wednesday, but the dock is physically clear, there should be nothing showing. But if it is showing, it means it's been put away, wasn't scanned to a name, which is part of our process, wasn't scanned to a bin, which is part of our process. Our goal here, again, is every day, every piece properly scanned to a bin, to a name, out of the dock. Our goal for this is ongoing. There should never be a day where we're out there looking for pieces that weren't scanned properly, the process wasn't followed. We're currently at 289 days with no pieces lost, so the team is being on the top of this, staying accurate, staying thorough. And again, that follows the team, the culture of everyone, having the ownership that you're putting away. They know the pool team comes behind. The locations are very important to be accurate. It's things that we're just really trying to keep a focus on. For our items of mystery row is what we call the items that come in. They're not keyed properly, let's say. Vendor may have shipped them correctly. We may have had come in. I have an instance right here, these 3 Heckman on the pole. So these here, this is a bed that came in. It's keyed as one group SKU. It's complete bed 24966. As you see there, we have 3 items individually, 24966R, 24966F, and 24966H. If we were to receive the 24966 complete bed SKU, I would have 1 serial number.
Yeah.
I have 3 individual items. If I put that 1 serial number on there or reprint that same tag 3 times and put it on there, all it's going to show is that same serial moving to multiple bins in the card screen. Ideally, that SKU would be broken down into the correct footboard, rail, and headboard SKU, so each item could be tracked individually through the warehouse. This is where a mystery row forms. 3 of our 7 right now are those ones right there. We have a couple in the back bench chair that were sitting correctly, so staying up the vendor on that, waiting on pickups. But this is where they form mostly. You ever get an email from receiving, purchasing, asking you to rekey an item, please do so with urgency. Otherwise, it will be sitting here for a week and it will not be received and your customer will not get it. Ideally, that doesn't happen. Looking at our receiving damage, so as we go through the warehouse, anything having to be disposed of, salvaged, cycled, trashed out that was damaged in the racks, if it's not directly identified as a delivery error, a returns error, receiving is a catch-all. We put it away, we'll be the last ones who touched it. If it's damaged, it has to be thrown away from the racks, that's on us. Month to date, currently we're at $393 negative for receiving damage in the warehouse. You know, the value of the merchandise, it could be 1, it could be a few small ones. But all the same, we're trying to keep that down, go for the warehouse below 5,000, so we have to really be on top of it here to make sure we're not constantly having items getting damaged.
It's like one piece.
Yeah, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. Clean delivery, everybody knows we're going through clean delivery. We're trying to keep it above 96%. We have 95.2 month to date. We're keeping an eye on that and talking to our team and receiving. Everybody knows there's a long walk back here. It's far away from the front, right? But our team is still a big part of the focus there, and that we have a hand and keeping the clean delivery high. So we do prioritize that to our team and make sure everybody's aware that we're not just in the back doing. It's like we're an important part of this, the same way every salesperson, everybody is. Our team's aware that we affect this number here. And for weekly one-on-one completion, just talking to our team, keeping one-on-ones getting done, making sure everybody has what they need and any opportunities to grow that they're interested in. So that's my first part with our metrics mostly here. Does anyone have any questions about anything? Anything sticks out? Or
Can you repeat all what you said?
I will. I got you.
I'm 99% sure that's what I said.
Hey, bro, rekey it.
Okay. In terms of how to get that delivered, what do I need to do?
Yeah. Someone else got it?
Because I didn't get an email about rekeying.
You get it all free.
See, I didn't know it was in. I just didn't get an email about it.
Maybe it's not your bad.
It's actually
Everything else was-
created
everything
for
else
it.
was
You can't just
received.
make up a SKU.
So that's a big thing. Great question, because it does affect everybody, and it comes. Everyone does it sometimes. We use group SKUs. Ideally, don't. But if you do, you get the email. You probably haven't gotten it because I just sent a follow up to purchasing still. But no, I'm not trying to place any blame. Just when you get the email, rekey it, bro. I'll give you the invoice if you want.
Give
Give me the invoice. Yeah, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Let's go, Colton. What are we doing? Let's go.
Sammy, you've been here a long time. This question is kind of directed towards vendors with sending it in damaged. How would you kind of rate it the last couple of years? Getting better, getting worse? Or what kind of where are we
Vendors
with that?
sending it in damage.
Huh?
Vendors sending it damage.
Yeah, you open it up and it's ripped, it's tore up.
That's one of the challenges we're fighting right now because Nemo's going to make sure if there's any damage, he's going to refuse it.
Coming in off the truck right away, immediately before communicating it.
The problem we have is if that box goes cycling through the warehouse, there's no damage to the box, and we go to open it or the driver gets to the customer's home and it's damaged inside the box. We're SOL. Because at that point, we received this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The freight carrier and the vendor,
72
the
hours,
vendor's
48
going to say,
hours.
you need to go after the freight carrier because they signed it was okay and you did.
They're gone.
And then the carrier's going to say, you didn't notify us that there was any damage when you received it. You did this damage. So that's why we're all really trying to drill in when we discover these things that are damaged in the box and there was no damage to the box. What is that product? Who is that vendor? Can we make any connection on this so we can go after that to handle it better? Last year was at the Parker House end tables that kind of really started this off because we kept opening this same table. No damage to the box and it was damaged inside. That's what really kicked us off to we have to get ahead of this because we can't see any damage, but we're damaging them.
So do they give you a certain time you have to?
72 hours.
Is that
Yeah.
what you said? Okay,
If
I missed it.
you're
But
going to
it's-
get a freight claim, you need to report it usually within 24 hours of getting it.
Wow.
And it just doesn't fit our profile because that's not how we are. Like he said, she got nailed with a SFT ottoman that the vendor shipped the wrong color. It was packaged correctly,
Oh.
but it came in last year.
It was ordered last year.
So in a case like that, if it would have been a case good and it was damaged, we've sat on it for a year. No one's going to do anything for us. So we don't have any choice in it because we are so big. We receive so much freight. My dad was different. We had one furniture store. So he was able to, okay,
Open the box.
Exactly.
and
That's
check it.
right, because the first time he got screwed on a freight claim, he's like, I can fix this. You're going to wait right there, and I'm going to open every piece of furniture that comes off your truck.
Yeah.
There's no way we can do that.
Yes.
So, Nemo, how much better is your life with the docks being at almost 300 days of nothing on the dock?
I can't quantify it, man. It's fantastic.
So, Nemo, before, if y'all can remember how chaotic the dock was a few years ago, I felt bad for Nemo in back here because every day he was riding the racks looking for these missing pieces. I just felt horrible. I'm like, how did I go through this every day? So what we really focus on with our dashboards in the warehouse is if we got a problem we need to fix, that's where it goes. And that's why that's the very first thing on his dashboard because he doesn't want to deal with this anymore. I mean, look, riding these racks for an hour or two every day for a delivery that's got to go out tomorrow, it's not fun.
Well, we appreciate you doing
Hey, appreciate y'all doing what y'all do. Yeah, all day. So, talking about multi-focus. On our dashboard, we do the same thing everybody's going through with our focuses that we're communicating to the team. So for our gold standard, we have picker cleanliness. The pickers on the machines the team uses there. Just making sure everyone's keeping trash clean, keeping your pickers wiped down with a simple green, making sure we go over there and it looks nice, it's presentable. It's gold standard, grand opening look daily. You don't want it to be trashed and the guys are using them daily. This is your machine, show some ownership. So keeping the team on that level. For our core value, comfort is the enemy. We have this ongoing rack project that you mentioned while we were walking out there. Yeah, so the rack project, moving sofas, dressers, relocating and reorganizing how we utilize our rack bins. It's different for the team from what we've been doing. It's different, it's not always fun. It's what we're used to. But they're doing really well shifting into it and staying with the flow. So recognizing the team and pushing our comfort is the enemy is the mindset for this month with our team. Looking at our clean delivery focus, how we can affect the clean delivery. Again, going over the team daily with this. Talking about handling, replacements. Anyone know what replacements are? Anybody? Replacements? No, right? when the delivery team gets a piece pulled up there, they're inspecting to go out for the delivery. If it's damaged, it's an active item, we can replace it. We have another one in the warehouse, and it's not up to our quality assurance standards. We're going to get a replacement for it. A piece that's the same SKU, different serial, is acceptable and deliverable for the customer. So a replacement is something that we track that we could potentially have damaged in our department putting it away. Could have hit it driving by in the picker, could have left it hanging out so the next guy hit it. There are things that we can do to prevent the replacements. Talking about that is going into clean delivery, trying to keep it up higher, trying to keep our receiving damage number dollar amount down. So big focus there with the team, making sure they're putting away arrows up, keeping our flats, bookcase neat, things like that. But clean delivery is a big focus for us, making sure everything's going out right the first time and not damaged. And safety. This one kind of ties into what we just talked about. It's things sticking out in the rack. If you're backing up in a rack and there's a flat sticking out, there's a dresser sticking out too far in the aisle, your machine is going to hit that, you're going to stop, you're going to get pushed forward, your items might fall forward on you. There's a lot of potential to get hurt on these machines, you know? So focusing our team, paying attention again to how they're putting away, not just for the aspect of clean delivery, get it in there right, we don't want to damage it, but also you could seriously get injured by a piece not being put away correctly. So kind of twofold there, but all the same, just as important for the team to be thinking about all the time. So, any questions about any of that? No? Well, I have a question for you all. No, I'm joking. I don't. All right. Yeah, sorry. Well, thank you all for your time. That's all I have. Really, just want to go through the rest, but it's about the same information we have here. This one here, we're tracking. This is our monthly, month-to-day, piece per hour. This is a day-by-day breakdown, just what you were doing yesterday compared to where you are today, as well as our monthly, actual day-by-day pieces put away compared to your piece per hour daily. All this information, again, is on here posted, but this is the bigger breakdown. We talked about the team scanning properly to their name, scanning properly to a bin. We track this goal being the end of day, no pieces in your name. Today is the 13th, and no one has had any for the ongoing past few months. This is the culture. The guys know you come over at the end of the day, you get your name checked. If you have something, you go find it. So trying to keep up with that and make sure everybody's doing it. And attendance is a big focus for us. It's been a huge improvement. 2 guys with no days missed so far this month compared to the last few months where I've had every week call out. So again, anything that's a problem for us, we put on our dashboard, we bring a spotlight to it, and we try to get it addressed. So that's really what we've had the biggest success with everything here. And I highly recommend it if anyone wants to use it for themselves.
Yeah. So I'll just throw in this with Nemo. We know what our phrase is this year, irrefutable data. That's what all this is for Nemo. So the best part for him, with him tracking where everybody is, that's his metrics of his team. That's his minimum standards. This is really helping him with developing his team going forward. And this is a benchmark. You've got to be able to hit that. So that's the nice part, is he can talk this through with his team every day now, and he doesn't get pushback when it's time for that one-on-one coaching and sit down about your performance, because you see where you're ranking with the whole team.
Irrefutable data. Nice. Yeah.
I didn't even have to ask him for that one.
Really? That was all you? Nice. I like it a lot.
All right, so any other questions?